So I need to go into that Facebook page to find it. So give me a second. I've been off today, so I've been just like hanging out in my robe and enjoying my day off. Hey, Val. Like literally the only time I took this robe off today was to go to the grocery store to buy stuff that I needed to make for dinner. I made this dish called pastelaya. It was so good. It was so good, y'all. It was so good. I need to post the recipe because it was so bomb. I think so too. Which wig? Merry Christmas, you guys. I don't celebrate Christmas. Which wig? Did I miss something? Hold on. I'm looking for that photo. She literally thinks that she did something. Talking about, we made it to the front of the store, y'all. Hey, Sherry, I can't see your message because for some reason it's restricted and I don't know how to unrestrict it. Talking about made it to the front of the store. Don't nobody care. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I do. I did see that. Guess who? I don't know if I don't know like what his opinion is yet. I haven't had a chance to like send him an email to see like what what he's thinking and all of that. I'm trying to find that damn photo. I thought it was in this group, but maybe I was wrong. No, here it is. Okay. So I'm going to save it so I don't lose it. If you look at this photo, now I'm going to have to show it to both screens independently. But if you look at this photo, if you look at the background, this is not her dad's house. This is not her dad's house. This is not her dad's house. This is not Ken's house. This is not the apartment that they were renting. This is another house. They have moved in to another home that they are renting. I've been saying this for months and nobody believes me because I don't live down in the bayou, but I know that they are living together. The That's funny. Barnes and Noble, the one that's close by you. I did. Thank you for sending me that. I watched it. Thank you so much, Sherry. Starwink, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. So thank you for coming and hanging out. It's going to get really cold tonight, so I need to make sure that it doesn't look like they broke up unless this is an old photo. But even if it was an old photo, I just want to point out like look how fat he's gotten. Look at that stomach. That does not look like the stomach of a happy man. He looks incredibly overweight. I know it's a little bit harder for you to see it on my YouTube. Let me see. That looks pretty good right there. You can see like he looks fat. He does not look like he's eating very healthy. Maybe he's drinking a lot. But this home that they are in is not her dad's house. Hey, Mandolin. Sherry, what kind of soup are you making? I just made this really good dish called pastalaya. It was bell pepper, onion, celery, garlic, sausage, chicken, bow tie pasta, a little tomato soup, chicken broth, cream of mushroom, and Cajun seasoning. Oh my God, it was delicious. Like, it's a little spicy. So if you don't like spicy, you can like leave off the Cajun seasoning, but it was good. It was so good. So good. I used bow tie pasta, but you can use any pasta that you want. Hey, Kakeda. Where is Hope Mills? I'm not very familiar with a lot of different places because I just stick to myself here in Charlotte. So I'm guessing because, hold on, I'm going to go to her Instagram page really quick. If that's where all these. Oh, okay. I know where that is. I was wondering why she wasn't there at her sister's graduation. Apparently, she was there via FaceTime. Did anybody else notice that she wasn't there for the graduation? And of course, she only posted this 4 hours ago after everybody was questioning why she wasn't there, why she didn't comment on any of her sister's pictures saying congratulations, this, that, or the other. Like, when I went through Mia's pictures, she did not comment on one photo saying congratulations, literally nothing. Yes, Sherry, I will post a recipe. I will post the recipe to my page and you can post yours on the community section. Have you ever seen the community section on YouTube? So if you go to the community section on YouTube, there's a place where I can post like stagnant posts, photo posts, and that sort of thing, not videos, and I can put it there. And we can just like add different recipes to that thread or whatever. That'll be cool. Um, no, it isn't. Very good catch. Hold on. Let me download. Oh, I can't download it. I got to take a screen record. Okay. So, no, I did not. Well, I would be proud of Mia if I was the dad. Like, I would be more proud of Mia than I would be of Gypsy. I mean, Mia has actually worked for everything that she gets in her life, and her sister does not. Oh man, I think her sister blocked me on Instagram. I got blocked. I got blocked. So when I noticed that Gypsy had not commented and wasn't there, I commented. I was like, does anybody else find it interesting that not on any of these photos has Gypsy said congratulations? She wasn't there to tell her sister congratulations or be proud of her sister or any of those things. I said, does anybody else find that interesting? I find that interesting. And I guess she didn't appreciate it, so she blocked me. So let's see if she blocked me off of TikTok too. She blocked me off of Instagram. She didn't block me on TikTok. Okay, so I went shopping. But you can't see the same things on TikTok that you do on Instagram. So that's a little annoying. I can't believe she blocked me. Yeah, Gypsy wasn't the center of attention. That's why she didn't get to go. Send it to me. She probably took out loans, Penny the Cool Witch. Kimberly, thank you for the gift. That was so sweet. I'm sorry, I'm just now looking at the comments to see it. What I think was going on, and the reason why I think, yeah, that's what I'm going to do, Charlie. I'm going to have to so I can go back and see it. What I think happened, and the reason why I think that she wasn't so called invited is number one, I think that Mia wanted that entire situation to be about her, and Gypsy attending her graduation would create a lot of chaos and drama and unintentional stress for Mia, and this is supposed to be like a really proud moment for her, and I just feel like they didn't want her there, and they probably asked her not to come so that Mia's family could focus on Mia and let Mia be the center of attention and get all the praise that she deserves for everything that she's done and worked so hard for. So that's what I think is it happened, and that's why I think that she wasn't there. I think nobody wanted her there. Exactly, JJ. I think Mia was there at the baby shower, and I think Christy was there, but I don't think that her dad was at the baby shower, which to me speaks volumes that her own dad wasn't there. They are embarrassed of Gypsy. I would be embarrassed of Gypsy. I wouldn't want to have anything to do with her. And then somebody else mentioned that it could be that a lot of people were telling Mia that if she continues to publicly have a relationship with Gypsy, it could affect her ability to get a job. So I think that that's also another thing, is that she's looking at it from a professional standpoint, and if thank you so much, and if she continues to publicly have a relationship with her sister, it could affect her professionally in the future, because everyone else that she's graduated with has already been able to get a job and she hasn't. And I think that that speaks volumes as to what that last name holds. Like, I think that if Mia got married to her boyfriend, I don't know what his name is, but if they got married and her last name changed, I think that her ability to get a job would skyrocket exponentially, because her last name is not going to be associated with Blanchard anymore. Thank you. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Do it again. I think I look funny with a mustache. That's too funny. Then I believe that. Yeah, look at that. Look at my Thank you. I think so too. I think that they're really strict about things like that, and because um Gypsy is known for medical fraud. I mean, she was in the medical world, but fraudulently stealing from the medical community in different ways. So I don't think that it looks good for Mia to have a relationship with her. No, Mandolin. Her dad was at the graduation. Mia's dad was at the graduation. I'm just saying that Rod wasn't at the baby shower, but he was at the graduation. There's pictures of him at the graduation. I think that he was incredibly proud of her for graduating. I think I might need to create a fake profile so that we can look at those photos. Rod was at the book thing? Oh yes, he was, but he wasn't at the baby shower. I don't know who I sent that request to. So, I'm sorry. Hey Charlie, I'm going to let you up. I don't know who I sent that request to. It was an accident. Oh, Cinnamon hot hot hot. She definitely showing off her crazy in that book. How can I create another account like really quickly?
What, another Insta account?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do it right now.
I think if you go to your Instagram and you go to your profile page on Instagram and then click at the top, so like it's kind of like how TikTok is with creating multiple accounts. You have to click on your main page.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm gonna put it under my dog's name. Oh, that's okay, Penny the Cool Witch. I didn't mean to accidentally invite you up. I don't want anybody to feel obligated or uncomfortable or anything like that. Like, if you want to come up, great. If not, don't feel obligated. Right. And JJ, I think a lot of people are feeling like that. Like if she is publicly like um what do I want to word what's the word I want to use? Uh yes, publicly associating with her sister, it could look bad on her as a professional. She really did make a huge mistake. She did. And I think that that's the reason why her brother is staying away. Mia deserves the attention though because she worked hard to become a nurse. Like going to nursing school is not an easy thing to do. Like it's hard. She wishes she was as pretty as Mia. She wishes she was as smart as Mia. She wishes that she had Mia's life.
No, she wishes she was Mia.
Yeah. Yeah. Like she wishes that her and Mia had like switched places and that she was in Mia's shoes. She's intimidated by her because everything that Mia has worked for has has gotten from working hard. No, she has not been able to find a job yet. That's what I was saying a little bit ago, that her all of her classmates have found a job already and that she hasn't. And I think that that's the reason why um she might have asked Gypsy not to come because y'all have fun because it's affecting her ability to get a job.
I would agree with that, and I also would agree with what Guess Who said in the comments.
Yeah, Mia is normal. She hasn't grown up with all the health problems that Gypsy grew up having. And I think that upsets her. I think that she's jealous that Mia is normal and she is not. I think she had to have put her account on private or something. Because even with me going into a fake account, I still can't see it.
Mia's account?
Yeah. Yeah, she had to have gone private or something.
I don't know if I follow Mia on Instagram.
Because there's literally no there's no accounts for her. None. And I remember what her account looked like. Huh?
Isn't her TikTok page attached to her Instagram?
Let me look. It is. Yeah, it's still not pulling up. It's like it's hidden.
Maybe she. Hold on, let me check if I have my other phone and see if I can.
That's so weird. I know I'm spelling it right.
Someone said it's Mia.Blanchard.
I know. It's not coming up. So I heard that basically what she was trying to do in prison was like fit in with all these different crowds, and nobody really liked her because she was like quote unquote the weird girl. I don't know if you guys follow what's her name? So here's the picture. Here's the picture of Mia and her dad and Rod and her mom and Rod. So like they were there. Nadatha, yes. And then her boy. You found it? Is it private? Did you, it's not? Let me try it again.
What picture were you looking for?
Show me what picture she's got up.
She's only got up this one, the recent one.
Yeah, that was the one that I was looking for because that was the one that I commented on.
I just put in Mia.Blanchard and it came up. So.
It's not pulling up for me. I don't know why.
But this picture, can you see?
Yeah, would it block any accounts made under the same email?
I think so.
Okay. So that's the reason why it's not going to work if I create a fake account. I have to create a fake account under a different email address. Yes, I do. I think that Mia tolerates her also, so she doesn't get hurt.
Yeah.
Nadatha put a lot of pictures up on her profile of like people who were talking about Gypsy on I think on Facebook. Like they were having a conversation about all the lies in the book.
Already. I hope that.
Hold on.
I don't think it did it.
Let me see. Maybe it's
I'm
this.
gonna tell you guys a secret that I don't.
No.
I woke up this morning.
She posts a lot of videos. So
Gypsy blocked me like a few months
this
ago.
one.
She turned off her. See how it goes. If not, just ignore the lie. We'll see if there's any integrity in old Christy.
Okay. So apparently she was really excited about being number one.
I just want
Whoops.
to Gypsy blocked.
It's a little hard for you to see. Let me turn down the
Me
screen.
like a few months ago. I tried to make another. I'm sure all I'm gonna get back from this, if not just
This
ignore,
one.
block, comment removed, are just more lies or defense to the lie. We'll see if there's any integrity in old Christy.
I think Mia knows that Gypsy is not a good person. There's this, and then, okay, so the comments say, authentically Nadatha, hey, Christy, maybe you can explain to me why she says she didn't know her shoe size in DOC. I was there. She did. She also took mental health meds and went to Medline. She wasn't denied mental health services. Everyone qualifies. She was never called Jersey and never gave up the kitty for biscuits and gravy. There was another one that she posted, and that one has comments from somebody on Facebook. No, I can't.
It's not gonna.
But now.
I mean, this is the second photo with her.
Yeah, those were the ones that I commented on.
She didn't have not one picture in the second slide that have Gypsy there.
That's what I said. I was like, why is Gypsy not there? It's funny how you were there to support all of her wins and she's not there to support any of yours. Like that's what I literally said. I hope Ken and Raina are lawyering up too. I would really, really love to talk to Raina. Like, love to talk to Raina.
Gypsy blocked me like a few. I'll try different than old Christy. There's nothing else. Dang, dude.
This one, I found it.
The only picture she has with Gypsy on her Insta is when she got out of prison.
Yeah, no, I know that there's no pictures of Gypsy on her profile. No, I know that. I was just saying that I commented asking why Gypsy wasn't there to support her during her wins, and yet Mia is there to support her through hers. So this is the one that I'm talking about. Nadatha posted screenshots where they're commenting on like Gypsy's Facebook, on Gypsy's TikTok, and it says, My daughter will be 18 when she reads this book, a grown woman. So thank you, next, And then this person named Peep Game wrote, I don't care if my daughter is 18. She doesn't need to read the disgusting make believe you put in this book. And the fact you're going to let her read lies just shows the cycle won't end with you. And then she wrote, you mean the grandfather you had pictures of in prison in your photo album? Because, like, if it was really true that her grandfather did what she says that her grandfather did, why would she have photos of him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would there be pictures? Why would she hold on to pictures? I know I wouldn't if I was assaulted by somebody.
Because he didn't do what she claims. She just wanted to fit in with a certain crowd.
Yeah, she wanted to sound like she had been through things that everybody else had been through in prison. Because when you look at everybody in prison, everybody has problems. Gypsy literally didn't have any issues. Like, other than her medical shit, her mother took care of her. Yeah, her mother was a con artist, but aside from being a con artist, her mother took care of her. What was the comment? Exactly, Patience. If she thinks 18 is grown, then why didn't she leave her mother's house when she was 18? Oh my gosh. Thank you for saying that, Wild Bird. So, the way that she described this encounter with her grandfather, the way that she described it, it was like it was a fantasy about what it was that she wanted him to do. Let me try to find the page so that I can read it again. Because the way that it reads, it sounds like she wanted him to.
Even though it's a lie, it sounds like she's very much into incest.
Yes, very much so. I don't remember which chapter it was in, so I gotta go slow. Oh, I think maybe it was tobacco. Okay. This is the way she worded it. Let me read it out loud. One day while watching TV, I'm not going to call him what she calls him because I think that's just fucking weird. Claude scooped me up from where I was laying on the couch. I want to show you something, Possum. He carried me toward his bedroom where Laura was napping. She had frequent fainting spells that would knock her out. Claude walked us past her bed and, like a groom carrying his bride over the threshold, took me into the walk-in closet. He turned the light on, shut the door, and deposited me on top of a plastic dresser. And I just want you to envision what this would look like. She's talking about one of those three drawer plastic dressers that you can get from Walmart. Well, if you put a lot of weight on it in the center, it's going to cave in the middle. She's saying that her grandpa Claude set her on top of one of those and did stuff to her. Those things are short. I mean, they're not that tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to say maybe they're 2.5 feet off of the ground. That's it.
I couldn't even put toys on top of my daughter's.
Yeah. Like my daughter has one in her room right now, and it's literally caving in the center because she's got so much stuff sitting on top of it.
Absolutely.
And then just the way that she worded this, Claude walked us past her bed, and like a groom carrying his bride over the threshold. Why would you put those two in the same sentence if he was molesting you? Why would you use those words? Like a groom carrying his bride over the threshold if he was assaulting you.
Exactly.
It's weird. It's weird the way that she words things. It's almost like she wants us to see how wild her brain is.
I don't have any pictures of the people in my life who have done me wrong.
Me either.
Especially abuse wise.
Like when I went no contact with my mother, I don't have any more photos of her anywhere.
Same.
None.
Me neither.
And I don't want any.
Me neither.
And she also says that it happened while her grandma Laura was asleep in the same bedroom. As a child who was about to be assaulted, why would he take her into the same room as his wife?
I don't think he would. I really don't think he would.
If he was trying to hide something that they were doing. And then if you really truly think about it, when she talked about this on the confessions, she said he took her into the shed, not into the bedroom, into the shed behind the house.
It's amazing how everywhere she goes, like when she does her interviews, it'll be a completely different story. And then when she writes it in the book, it's a completely different story.
Yeah, it's never the same. It's never the same story in two publications. It's always different.
That's how you know it's all fictional.
Yeah, that's what somebody said. Somebody said that it's easy for you to remember the truth because the truth is the truth. So you're going to remember how the truth happened. But if you're lying about it, you're never going to be able to remember the lie that you told previously. Hey, Buffy! I know you were struggling trying to figure out how to find me. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, some people were talking about the shed behind the house at Gypsy's mom's house and how they were saying that she told, thank you so much for the heart, that she told Caitlin, or was it in this book, that it was a dirt floor and all of that. But if you look at pictures of the shed, it actually has like an actual floor in that shed. Yeah, like it's a real floor.
Yeah, with carpet.
Tell me what you think. It might be a little spicy.
Snuggle Bear says, guys, as a childhood essay and abuse victim, I don't remember such vivid details. I have holes. Yes, baby. We block out memories when we have been victimized. So, and normally when that happens, we tell people, my memories aren't that great because I blocked out so much. We don't just make up stories to put in there.
Right. Because you're not trying to remember them.
Exactly. You just freaking let it go. You don't want to remember it.
And you certainly don't romanticize it.
You definitely don't.
As if you're a groom carrying his bride over the threshold. That sounds like she romanticized it.
The way that she romanticizes her own parents is sick. Like, who does that?
It's all weird.
I don't remember where I seen it or what it was, but she even called her dad hot, sexy rod. Like, who puts those words in the same sentence with your parents?
Right. It's weird.
There's something weird about her.
I know whenever I looked up the symptoms of her chromosome disorder, it does talk about how hypersexuality is like a thing.
Yep. And I've heard other people say that know about that chromosome disorder, and they talk about that too. Allie talks about that. Like, it is really a thing with that chromosome disorder.
And I think her mother knew that and kind of noticed it as she was a little girl and noticed that, things just weren't right. And I think that she was trying to protect everyone from Gypsy, and that's the reason why they moved so far away from everybody.
I think that Dee Dee knew too. I really do. I think that's why she was trying to protect her from the older men. She was trying to protect her child from her own self. You know what I mean? That's why she freaked out about Dan, and things like that. I think that Dee Dee knew that she had that hypersexuality.
Yeah, I do too. I think it started showing up when she was young.
And especially with the pictures that she supposedly sent her dad. Like, who sends their dad stuff like
right.
that? Like, I wouldn't want my dad seeing me.
Yeah. Mandolin Bay is saying hypersexuality in kids is a sign of precocious puberty.
What is precocious puberty?
I don't know. We'll have to look it up. It's pretty obvious that everybody has seen her behavior and sees that everything she does, she turns it into something sexual. I mean, the way that she was commenting on posts when she immediately got out of prison, she was being sexual about those things too. I mean, that. And remember, she had taken a picture with, I think it was Ryan's nephew or brother or something. And she was like, hit him up in his DMs, ladies. He was 15.
Yeah, 14 or 15, yeah.
Oh, it's early puberty, Snuggle Bear says.
Okay. Well, thank you for that, Snuggle Bear, because I didn't know that.
Hold on. Somebody's having a hard time seeing the live.
They may have to go out and come back in. Sometimes my phone messes up. I have to go out and come back in.
She's on YouTube. What was I going to say? Oh, about Raina. I wonder how to get in touch with Raina. I'd really like to talk to her to see. I know she was willing to talk to Morbid months ago. I wonder if she'd be willing to talk to me. I'd really like to see what her mindset is now that we're getting so close to the birth of the baby, and after this all these new interviews that have come out, because it's like every single time there's another interview that comes out, there's more information that contradicts other information that she's already said, and she sticks her foot in her mouth
every single time. I don't know. I hope that Raina has done her own research into Gypsy and
I'm hoping so.
knows why everybody is so concerned for that baby. And I hope that Raina and Ken will get a lawyer and do what they got to do to protect that baby, because that baby is in danger.
It really is. That baby is in danger. As long as Gypsy's in that child's life, that child is in danger.
Absolutely. And I hope that she didn't make the same agreement that she made with Ken that she made with Nick. Well, we all know that the Chappie won't have much of a life with Gypsy being in it, because I can see the kid being bullied.
Oh yeah, the kid's definitely going to get bullied. That's without a doubt.
I'm sure that
Because kids are fucking mean.
I'm sure that Raina knows she's in a difficult position.
She said that on Morbid's Live. She said that. She knew it then.
Good. Well, the father has rights. And I don't know how Louisiana works, but I can tell you where I live, the father has just as much rights to the baby as the mama does.
In South Carolina, they don't. They have zero rights.
Well,
especially if they're not married, if the parents aren't married.
I live in Alabama, and I was not married to the father of my kids. However, both him and I acknowledged, and he had signed the birth certificates. So when I left him due to abuse. And some other stuff. So when I left him, I told him, I said, "You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone." Well, I went on about my merry-go way. A little while later, he found me and summoned me to court for custody. And we had the 50-50. We had joint custody with me being primary, and he had visitations every other weekend. So I had good evidence as to why I didn't want him involved. But
oh, thank you.
They still gave him joint custody with me being primary.
That was nice.
So I know at least where I'm at, like, the fathers have just as much rights as the woman does.
Yeah, in South Carolina, the fathers don't have very many rights, especially if they're not married. You have to establish those rights, and it through attorneys, and it's expensive, because that's what my son and I are going through right now with his baby mama. He hasn't seen him since June, and because they didn't establish any custody arrangements before, he doesn't have any.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because it does get expensive. I know, because my brother should have done that a long time ago, but he's one of those that didn't, and just kind of let things be how they are.
I can turn the volume up.
Actually, fighting for his. One of her cellmates did say that, I believe. Yes, Snuggle Bear. I believe I did hear one of those cellmates saying that.
Saying what? I didn't read it.
That she stole the
Oh yeah.
grandfather story from her.
Yep, I can believe it, because Gypsy said that she went to group therapy, and I told everyone months ago that group therapy was a way for her to research different stories, because she doesn't have any stories of her own, because nothing actually happened to her. She was a spoiled little brat who got everything she wanted in life.
And that's why she is who she is today.
And that's exactly why she is who she is today.
because her mama didn't know how to tell her no. I guess she was one of those children that really threw a big temper tantrum when she got told no.
Yeah. I can see it too. Because she can't jump up and down in her wheelchair. She was probably hitting her mom with the wheelchair anytime her mom said no.
Probably.
Because she, yeah, throwing things at her. Because she's a dangerous person.
She is. And she's so calculating. Every step she makes, there's a purpose behind. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you mean.
And she is highly intelligent.
She is conniving.
Yes, very.
She's conniving. I don't like you using the word intelligent because she's not very smart. She's not very smart when it comes to like.
She's smart enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, she's smart enough to be dangerous. Very much so. And she is dangerous. And the more that people underestimate her ability to be dangerous, the more dangerous she is.
Exactly.
Because people aren't going to expect her to attack. And she's going to. You know what I mean? Yep. Like, she's going to attack.
I'm just waiting until she gets off parole to see the next time she's on the news, because it's going to happen. She's going to reoffend.
Like, she's definitely going to reoffend.
And she's made a mockery of parole. Like, I was on probation for a DUI. And I'm telling you, I couldn't travel. I had to contact my PO before I left town for anything. And if they said no, I couldn't go, I just couldn't go. And I got 3 more months of probation for failing a drug test with marijuana. Because I had somebody blow that shit in my face while I was on probation, which I was at a party. And after he did it, I got on to him. And we were all outside, so I didn't really think that it was going to affect me that way. You know what I mean? But I did bitch him out for it. But still, I peed hot for weed, and they gave me 3 more months of probation. So I don't understand how she's not getting in trouble with all that she's done.
They don't want to mess with it. Gotta be that they don't want to they don't want the headache of having to deal with her.
Probably.
Because they know that she's going to end up reoffending, and they want whoever she has right now just wants to get her off of their books.
Yeah.
She wants to get her off of their books so that she can reoffend and go to prison for something else.
I hope that's what it is. Because I'm telling you, I see all the signs. Like, she's already using the internet, and she has Bree defending her so bad, and then she's got, she goes on and says, well, I feel threatened, and then she's got people coming over with guns and stuff, talking about they're there to defend her.
And that's just weird. Like, I don't understand why anybody would feel the sense of duty to protect her. Like, what?
I don't either.
Like, she's not a helpless child. She's a fucking grown-ass adult. Let her defend herself.
Right? You made your own bed. You can lie.
Yeah.
I just hope I just hope the victim isn't her child. I pray that the victim is not her child.
Did y'all see that video of, I don't know who it was that posted it, but they said that one of her old cellmates unalived her own child, or somebody she was in prison with unalived their own child. And Gypsy said something along the lines of, if you don't want it, you got to do what you got to do, or something like that. It was weird.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was like the person did an interview or something.
Oh.
Yeah, where she was justifying for that mother unaliving her own baby.
See, that's crazy. That tells you right there her baby is in severe danger. And the fact that she was not feeding herself while she was pregnant because she was worried about Ken leaving, that tells you right there that the baby's in danger, because knowing that the baby has a 50-50 chance of getting the chromosome disorder, you should be giving that baby all the nutrition that baby needs. Fruits, vegetables, everything you can do to possibly make that baby have a better chance. Especially knowing that part of the chromosome disorder is failure to thrive, low weight. You know what I mean? Like, it's a growth problem.
Yeah, it's a growth problem. And it seems like whatever's going on and the reason why she's not growing is showing that she's having issues with her pregnancy. Hey, Natalie. And that the baby's not growing properly.
Our justice system is really messed up.
It really is.
Like, how does somebody get away with doing that to their mother?
And doing everything that she's doing now.
Yeah, like, she's violated her parole in so many ways, like trying to contact Nick through Bree. There's been so many ways that she has violated that any other person would be back in jail already.
Which is where she should be.
Yeah. They should have never let that one out.
Yeah, the DA, he really should. If he is still in office, he needs to get out of office because he didn't help them whatsoever. My understanding is the evidence against her was surmounting. Like, there was so much evidence against her. I can't understand for the life of me why they would have allowed a plea bargain at all.
Just the text messages alone.
Yeah.
Between her and Nick, where she laid out the freaking
plan. Yeah, it was damning.
She cultivated the plan. She came up with it. You know, you can tell through the text messages that it was her ideas, all of it. And every time Nick would say something about running away, she'd be like, you know, well, that wouldn't work because, you know, so we got to do this.
Natalie, I don't think that Melissa Moore has contacted Nick. I don't think that Melissa Moore would be the type of person to do that. I, however, do think that there's other people that Gypsy is in contact with that are talking to him. I don't think it's Melissa Moore, though. I even though she's not the most professional people on the planet and has done some really shady shit by involving herself with Gypsy, I don't think that she would go as I don't think that she would go as far as to get in touch with Nicholas and communicate for Gypsy through her. I don't think she'd do that because she could get in a lot of trouble if she were caught doing that. And she's got a pretty high up reputation. It's not like she's Bree. You know, she's got a reputation to protect. So I don't think that she would ruin her reputation in that sense.
Gypsy.
Yeah, she will be allowed to have contact with him once she's off parole.
Ever again. Even when she gets off parole, she's not supposed to contact him.
She's not supposed to, but you know she will. There won't be any reason for her not to.
Exactly. And she's already had Bree reaching out.
Yeah, I definitely think she's going to try to contact him.
Oh, yeah.
I would not be surprised if she has created fake emails and is, you know, actively trying to communicate with him now.
I believe she is. Honestly do.
Because she's a terrible person.
She really is.
Well, I mean, she's chronically online, so...
I agree. He's holding back for a reason. I absolutely agree with that.
Oh, yeah. She'll want to keep him in her back pocket. Yep, for sure. I don't think that she hates Nick. I think that she was disappointed that he gave her up. I think that she was really hoping that he was going to keep her name totally out of the situation and he was just going to take the fall. And when she realized that he wasn't going to do that and didn't do that, it upset her. And that's why she says that she hates him. But for me, if this guy came into my life and unalived a mother that was so abusive, I would be thanking my stars for him. Like
Right.
there would be absolutely nothing that could make me dislike that person after what they did for me.
And I definitely wouldn't be talking crap
Bad about him, yeah. That just goes to show that she she was upset because she thought that she had a handle on him and that she had manipulated him so well that he was just not going to say anything about her.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, Ken has been found. I found a picture of him on the internet, him and Gypsy together, and they are in their little rented house. I've been saying for months that they've moved in together, and nobody seems to want to hear what I have to say about it. But they're living together. Let me find the photo. This is Ken in the picture, and this house that they're in is not the house that Christy and Rod own. And it's also not the apartment that they were renting before. This is a new place. This is a new place. They've been living in this place for about 3 months now. No, that is not the dad's house in Florida because they're not there anymore.
I don't know. If I was Ken, though, I'd be sleeping in another room in the house, and the door would be locked, and I'd have my baby sleeping in there with me. I'm just saying.
Yep, me too.
I would never leave my baby alone with her.
Never. How do you know it's a picture from Florida? She just posted it today. I don't. This looks like the couch that Ken and Gypsy were sitting at in some of the other videos where the video announcement where she announced that she was pregnant. This is the same couch. Let me find it. So if you look at this photo right here, this couch that she's sitting on, that's the same couch in the background that they're sitting on. That's not in Florida. That's in the house that they're renting. That's Ken's couch. But this is not the house that they were living in or the apartment that he was living in before. This is a new place. They won't be able to use that on Lifetime, Lori, because then it will prove that she has violated her parole.
Right.
They're lying about where Gypsy is living. And when parole comes over, They're saying, oh, she's not here right now. She's out with her boyfriend doing this and that for the baby. And then they call her to tell her, hey, your parole officer just came by. She's not living at her dad's house anymore. I promise you, 100%. They're living
to the rumor that Ken doesn't drive. I haven't heard that rumor.
Ken does drive.
Ken does drive. He has a freaking Jeep.
Of course they kept the old couch. I'm saying they moved it to a new place, Moxie. It's the same couch, just in a new place. And then if you also look at the photos where she's wearing that pink outfit and she's got the long brown hair, that's not in her dad's backyard. That's the rented house that they're renting. That's the new place backyard. Her and Ken are living in a house together. And have been for months.
I haven't heard anybody say that he lost his license and the Jeep is a lifetime prop. I haven't heard anybody say that.
She could have bought a new couch, but they didn't. Maybe that one was brand new whenever they put it in Ken's apartment. Where was it posted? It was posted on her Instagram. I think Ken is in Dallas. I think he's going back and forth. I think he's playing the role that he needs to play until that baby is born. Because he wants to make sure that his daughter is protected. Because regardless what everyone thinks, I know Ken isn't the best dude, and he did pick an unaliver as a girlfriend and baby mama. But I do think that he wants the best for his child, and I do believe that he knows that it's not going to happen with Gypsy. Like, I truly feel like he's very aware of how dangerous she is. Because you can be anybody. You can be anybody for an hour or 2 hours while you're sitting on the phone. You know, you can pretend. I could be pretending to be whoever you want me to be right now.
Yep.
And then once I get off, act a completely different way.
Right.
But when you live together and you're pregnant and you spend time together, that's when you really realize like who people are, what their personality is, what their quirks are, if they are like if they what their bad habits are, like all of those things. And I honestly believe that Ken thought that she was a good person. And now after being with her, because they've been together now, what? She's 9 months pregnant. So they've been together for at least 9 months. And I'm sure he's seeing who she really is. He's hanging in for the kid. He's trying to do what he can.
I'm sure he saw that early into when she got out and he was living with her.
Oh yeah,
Christy and Rod's, because that's when you really learn who somebody really is when you live with them.
Especially at their parents' house.
Oh yes. Because she would feel like she had her family backing her, so she would really,
talk shit. Of course, Rod didn't want her or Nicolette, and that's the reason why he didn't put any effort. He didn't want either one of them. But truth be told, he was only 17, right? Like he was a young kid. I'm not excusing that, but I'm saying he got 2 different girls pregnant at the same time, and then got Christy pregnant, because Dylan is like 1 year younger than Nicolette and Gypsy. So he ended up getting all 3 women pregnant around the same time.
Yeah.
Just trying to be you know, a man whore.
Yep. She has to be exhausting. I totally agree with that statement.
Oh, I know. She is exhausting. Imagine constantly laying her constantly laying on the couch, not getting up to do anything for herself.
Yeah, demanding this. Can you do this? Can you do that? Can
Yeah.
You do this? Can you do that?
And then
Enjoy this,
bitching
don't
if
do
it
this.
and then bitching if it ain't done right.
Yeah. I could not live with her. I just couldn't.
Mm-mm. Cats and pit bull life with Nitro, yeah. Everybody in that family is on DRUGS. Everyone.
Yeah.
And from what everyone else, from what Gypsy has said, every time she calls Mia, Mia's out getting drunk.
Well, they say that Christy and Rod both are bad alcoholics.
Yeah, I believe it.
I do too. They're like, it shows in their face.
Yeah, the gender reveal, he was already drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Lori says, do you know her personally?
Who?
Nope, sure don't. And I'm thankful that I don't. I've seen enough of the shit show of her story that I don't want to know her.
What was that question in regards to?
Said, do you know her personally?
I don't. None of us do, but I don't think that we need to.
No, I think that she's put out enough that we see
the type of person that she is, like, without having to have a relationship with her. Most of the people, when you're really close with a person who is narcissistic and dangerous like she is, the people closest to her aren't able to see that because they make excuses for her. And when you excuse that person's behavior, you're not helping them grow. You know, you're just allowing them to continue to make bad choices and you're covering it up. Well, that's what everyone is doing.
Yep.
And it's just enabling that negative behavior over and over and over again.
Is it true her book is being returned by the tons? From what I hear, yes, that is true.
Yeah, from what I hear, yes, it's true. That people are returning it, and that after they've returned it, they've written reviews, 1-star reviews. There's a lot of 1-star reviews. Yeah, you're right, Jamie. Content creators don't have to say a thing because she's doing it herself with the contradictions.
Yep. When you tell a story about your life,
you don't think that's Ken, Moxie? Who do you think it is? His belly's huge. Like, it doesn't look like Ryan. It does not look like Ryan, but whoever is in that picture has gotten chubby. I mean, the guy looks chubby. The book is deeply disturbing on a few different levels. The sexual undertone is just creepy. Oh, hold on, Nina, it's this picture. This picture. The guy, there's whoever this is in the photo, and Gypsy. Oh, thank you, Pat, for leaving the 1-star review. I did too. I left the 1-star review on Google and I think Goodreads. Right? I thought it was Ken too. He's just gotten fat as hell. And I can imagine that she is suffocating him. You know, like just constantly making him feel like he can't move without her right next to him.
Mm-hmm. Look how she makes him wear that ring, and she doesn't wear no ring.
Well, he's the one, he goes out of the house. She don't. She's lazy as fuck and just sits on the couch all day.
Yeah, but they're not engaged, right?
It's weird. It's controlling. It's like a dog marking their territory.
Yes.
That's what it reminds me of. A dog marking their territory.
Somebody said that they had it was something about she had a dog collar on, and they were.
Yeah. That was Zora.
Yeah. And just that book alone is enough to tell you that girl has some weird fantasies in her head when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. She's very sick-minded. It's weird.
Yes.
Oh, hold on. Okay, so precocious puberty is when they start to develop around 8.
Okay.
And some girls have even been heard to start their period around 10.
My daughter did that. My oldest daughter did. But now
Thank you, Mandolin.
Hypersexual like that one is.
Yeah, I think the hypersexuality definitely comes from the chromosome disorder.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's even listed in that chromosome disorder when you look up that chromosome disorder. As being one of those traits.
Yeah, hold on one second. I'm coming right back. Y'all keep talking. Oh.
Sorry if y'all hear stuff. I'm getting clothes out the dryer, so.
The only reason I'm on mute is because the TV in the background of where I'm sitting at is kind of loud, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Listening to Gypsy and her stories just really gets on my nerves, and it really irritates me and pisses me off, kind of, because, like, I don't think she was ever a victim to any of the things that she's claiming to be, and that makes us victims, which we're not victims anymore. We're survivors. But it makes us look bad. You know what I mean?
Like, how many times, like, when you really think about it, how many times can you have that bad of luck?
Apparently every day for her.
Apparently, but I don't believe a word she says.
Well, neither.
I don't have anything good to say about my mother.
Me either.
So I don't speak to her. I don't speak about her.
I would rather just not even communicate, not talk about her, not think about her.
Exactly. But that is how true survivors of narcissistic abuse and stuff like that are.
It's like out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. Like, we have learned to grow from what we went through and become better people for it. So,
why bring up the past?
Because dwelling on it only takes you back to where you were when you were going through it.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't want to be there anymore.
Nope.
And then when we do talk, the rare occasions that we do talk about it, our stories won't change. Like, it'll be the same thing next time you hear it.
Oh,
you might get a little bit more.
Oh, her karma is definitely coming. It's definitely coming, and it'll end up getting here quicker than we think, because she keeps outing herself.
I'm just praying for the downfall. I'm praying for it to hurry up and get here, because I'm so sick of seeing her on the TV.
Kimber, leave it.
All over this internet, influencing our youth. And the last person on earth that I would ever want to influence my daughters is that psycho.
I know. The truth is slowly coming out.
Both my daughters have heard a little bit of her story, and both my daughters say it's complete and utter bullcrap. And my daughters are 20 and 17.
Jamie, I don't think any of her family read that book before it came out. None. I don't think her dad read it. I don't think Christy read it. I don't think anybody read it until after it came out. And I don't think they knew what was in it prior. Not only that, I don't think that Gypsy actually took the time to take notes, read it, and research her own book. Because if she had, there would have been a lot of things that were taken in this book and taken out, because she goes from one page saying something to 3 pages later telling a completely different story.
Yep. And what I've heard, now I haven't read the first book. I only read the second. Well, I haven't even read the second one, because I got to the first chapter and I just couldn't read anymore. It just disgusted me. So I listened to you read it, and I listened to a couple other creators read it. But even just with the first and second book, there's so many contradictions.
There, a lot. Y'all don't mind me while I chew on my toenails. And from this book to the last book, there's even more contradictions.
That's what I've heard.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot. A lot. I don't think they care what's in the book either, because it's making money. Everybody knows that it's eventually that everything is going to eventually fall down, and they are just riding the wave for as long as it does. And then when it's finally over, they're going to throw her away just as quickly as they picked her up.
I'm praying, and I'm praying.
My toenails.
And I don't know that they would or anything, but I just hope that the parole board and the FBI and all of those who could do something are doing the same thing as us creators and going back on her books and her interviews and all, and seeing it all contradicts itself. Nothing adds up. Let's get to the real facts of what really happened, and let's go from there. Because there has to be some way, somehow, that they could protect the public and get her off these damn streets.
I don't know if Ryan gets any of this money for the book. She said that it was split between 5 people. So
Melissa Moore and the other author, whoever that is,
and the publisher,
that would be 3 or 4 right there. Because it'd be Gypsy, the 2 other authors, and the publisher. So that's 4.
Yeah, because when Katie Joy had those screenshots, it said that the book was being split 5 ways, and it was 120 grand split 5 ways.
Oh my God! Did you see the video that Katie Joy? I don't know that she posted it. There's a clip that I was scrolling through TikTok and saw, and somebody had screen recorded a piece of Katie Joy's live one day, and she showed the ultrasound, And in the ultrasound, the very first one that they faked, they actually, on this clip, were saying, "I'm so sorry, Gypsy. I thought we'd see something. Maybe it's too early." But yet, they played it on TV like, it was a real ultrasound, and they saw something. And she was pregnant.
Does anybody remember when that video came out? Because in her book, she says that June 10th was the day that she got the chance to see her sonogram. And I have been trying to prove that that's a lie.
On 8/14 was the date on the sonogram. 8/14.
Do you have that picture?
No, I don't. I'll have to go through
somebody find me that picture, because I have been trying to prove that even that story is a lie about the whole June 10th thing. Because if you think about it, she said that she got pregnant at the end of March. So let's go to a calendar really quick. The end of March, she said around the 23rd, 24th, 25th that she had sex with Ken and only Ken. So if that were true, then that would put us May 1st as 1 week, 8th, 2nd week, 15th, 3rd week, 22nd, 4th week, 29th, 5th week, June 5th, 6th week. So the 10th, she would have only been 6 weeks and a few days. Can you even get an ultrasound that early?
I don't think so.
So that's why I'm saying I think even that story is a lie about the June 10th.
Yep.
She got the nose job. No. She got the nose job at the beginning of April, and she said she was pregnant by the end of April. Go to Akira, Akerra. She has the whole entire timeline. Literally.
I thought that she got the nose job when she was with Brian.
No, it was right after they separated. Right after they separated.
Okay, well, they separated in March, so I think
they separated at the end of March. Yeah, and then like the very next week she was with Ken.
Yep.
Yes, Sandy, I did. Akira, Natalie, Akira has the timeline. Akerra. She's got the whole timeline. Are y'all laughing at me because I'm chewing on my toenails? Y'all, as long as I can reach them, I am still going to use my teeth. As long as I can reach them. I've been doing it this way since I was like 8 years old. I still pick my nose too. Did you find it? She's got like a whole playlist. And in the Gypsy Rose playlist, she goes over the exact timeline. Oh, Jamie, don't say that. Don't tell me that. I've been doing it for so long. It's a habit. It's a bad habit. I know. It's a bad habit. If I broke a tooth on my toenail, that would mean that my toenails are thick. That would be some thick toenails. Whew.
I broke my partial on a pizza crust at where is it? With not the CC's Pizza that has the like the buffet. I think it's CC's Pizza.
What were you eating on the buffet? I'm gonna accept her.
It was a thin crust pizza.
You must have crunched on something.
It was hard. Like, the crust was hard. And it broke my partial. I was so mad because I had just gotten my partial fixed.
My toenails aren't that bad, you guys, and I clean my feet pretty good. Is anybody going and looking up at Akira? At that timeline?
I'm putting up clothes right now because I just got done folding them.
I thought Natalie was going. Oh, Bajork, you do it too? Thank you. I don't feel so alone now. I think we're alone now.
We all do stuff that we think, other people would look at us funny with.
Oh, you were a figure skater. That's so fun, though. I don't feel bad. Truthfully, I don't. I'm going to chew on my toenails. I'm going to bite my toenails off of my toes. I've been doing it forever, and it does not make me feel bad at all. You can have your opinion. Your opinion is yours. It doesn't affect the way I feel about what it is I do. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Let me leave my toenails alone. Let me stop with the toenails for a minute. Okay, hold on.
I just found out that he has a YouTube channel.
She did look pale in the pics at the book signing. She really did. Hey, Kane. I am flexible, Janice. Like I said, as long as I'm able to do it, I will. Okay, so Gypsy Rose.
I mean, you look like you weigh maybe 125.
Oh my God, I wish.
Of course you would be flexible.
And when they were kind of comparing notes, two of the sources that do not talk to each other, don't have any correlation with each other, both said Gypsy is on house arrest. So this is just comparing notes. Okay, I just want to put that out there, that it's not 100% fact. I believe it, though, because we've noticed Gypsy's behavior since all that BS.
Okay, there's 29 parts. So I need to go all the way back.
Thinks that Gypsy Rose is more than 11 weeks pregnant. I think she's more than
Here we go.
longer than 11 weeks. Flawless Nina.
7:10, she posted that Gypsy was 11 weeks. So hold on one second.
The whole Gypsy thing. Well, she has been talking to some outside sources, and those outside sources have been telling her, and she swears up and down 1,000% that, yes, she's having a girl. I believe her. With her being 11 weeks, I don't know. I've never had kids.
Okay, so at 7:10, she was 11 weeks. So let me just count backwards from there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that puts me exactly where I was on the 24th. So again, on June 10th, that would have only been like 6 weeks and a few days.
But I always thought that you didn't find her out till like 16, 20 weeks pregnant. But there were some people in the comments saying that there are blood tests, that sort of thing, to find out sooner, 11 weeks. That's what they tell us. Because when you go back on when she filed for divorce, April the 8th,
pay attention.
Gives her a 2-week leeway. It's a 2-week leeway. Kind of setting the narrative a little bit maybe as to when she actually conceived the baby. Try to put myself in Gypsy's situation, like if I was her and I was married to Ryan and had strung him along forever, 3 years? No, 4 years. It would have been 4 years this year. Gets out of jail. Now we hear from an old live that Ryan did that it was the day before Valentine's Day. She was really kind of talking it up with Ken. They kind of got into like a little dispute about it the day before Valentine's Day. So she's out of jail 2 months and already.
Kane, the princess dresses did look pretty good. She doesn't really look good in anything else. It's weird.
To just sprint over to Ken, which I don't think he's really that into her, by the way. Being very manipulative into pushing Ron's buttons. Just the recording. Remember how she was recording when he clearly was in the right, just because he didn't want to talk about Flawless Nina found out that Ken has possibly been quite popular on the dating app. After the season finale of Life After Lockup, Gypsy confessed that she's been on this fertility journey, even going so far as getting tested to see how well she's ovulating. Here's the clip.
When I got pregnant, I didn't even think that I could get pregnant because I had seen my OBGYN.
Okay, this is about her saying that she went to a fertility doctor
to see if I was ovulating on a regular basis. And so when I get the results back, she's like, chances are you're not ovulating on a regular.
Do you think that Gypsy went on some sort of fertility medication? I think so. It's possible.
Right now, I'm going to have to be on.
Why would she need fertility meds, though? If you're not ovulating, why would you need fertility meds unless you're trying to get pregnant?
Well, when her and Ken first got together and they were saying that they were just friends, they were saying that she was on birth control anyways.
Oh, she definitely was not on birth control.
Oh, I know she was.
Did you guys catch when Ken said that the reason why, on that way, she brought up that she calling on all the internet sleuths? Gypsy Rose Blanchard. This does kind of make a little bit of who made the Gypsy Rose filter.
I'm trying to get to the one about the dates.
So I found out a little bit more information.
I think this is it.
Come on back, and we're gonna talk about it. I'm gonna be reading from a script to make sure I don't lose any details. So let's go back in time to July.
Yeah, this is the one.
2024. Flawless Nina, I'm sure you guys know her, announced that she found out that Gypsy is having a girl.
Crazy girl is on here saying that only Christy knows the gender of the baby. I know for a fact that is not true. I am absolutely positively sure it's a girl, to the point that I'm willing to bet money.
After that video, Nina received a message from an angry viewer by the name of Michael stating, "Why did you have to ruin the gender reveal for Ken's family and her family?" And goes on to say, "Damn, you ruined the reveal for everyone." And just looking at that message, one could...
Hold on.
After that video, Nina received
the message was sent. Damn, it doesn't say what day it was. It just says today 8:49. So that doesn't give us what date.
An angry viewer by the name of Michael stating, "Why did you have to ruin the gender reveal for Ken's family and her family?" And goes on to say, "Damn, you ruined the reveal for everyone." And just looking at that message, one could argue that, he just might be just watching Nina's videos and just being like,
exactly, Pat. She wants a secret she shouldn't tell people.
There wasn't 100% proof. Michael knew for 100% fact that Gypsy was having a girl. Fast forward 3 weeks to May 1st. Yeah, we have a picture of the same guy, Michael, posting with his partner Angel along with Ken and Gypsy with the caption, "New Orleans, we had a blast." Upon further digging, you can see that Cavazos Demi Michael is the same Michael that wrote Nina, because you can see the same messages that corresponded between
July 10th.
Now posted upon his Facebook.
July 10th was the day that everybody was posting about her finding out that it was a girl, not June 10th. So that was another lie. I knew it was a lie. I fucking knew it was a lie. June 10th. The epilogue. I'm just going to read it. Today marks the 9-year anniversary of the murder of my mother, Claudine Dee Blanchard. It is the first time I commemorate the solemn day outside of prison walls. This year, I remember the events of that early morning as a free woman. For each of the past 8 years, on every June 10th, I experienced my grief and guilt in the same way, with a wave of darkness hovering over me and a shadow reminder that I would never have my mother again. I would try to connect with my mother wherever she is, hopefully heaven, usually with my head under the blanket hiding from the world. I prayed. I spoke to her out loud. I squeezed my eyes tight and concentrated, hoping to make a connection just one more time so I could tell her how much I missed her and that I was sorry. Year after year, no matter how hard I tried, I never felt her presence in the way that many people do after their loved ones pass away. But this June 10th is different. On this June 10th, I myself am a mother to be. Yes, on June 10th, she knew she was pregnant, so I will give her that. I am pregnant. I have filed for divorce from Ryan, and I got back together with my first fiance, Ken. He moved to New Orleans full time as we gear up to welcome our baby girl in January 2025. When the OBGYN's office called to schedule my first sonogram, where Ken and I would see our baby for the very first time and hear the precious heartbeat, they suggested we do it on Monday, June 10th, which is correct. That was a Monday. June 10th was a Monday. I don't think that this is a coincidence, whether it's a message, blah, blah, blah. However, Akara's video is showing July the 10th.
Wow.
That's the day that Nina found out it was going to be a girl. So could it have been that she was keeping a secret from June the 10th all the way till July the 10th? Or at July the 10th, she would have only been 6.5 weeks. You're not able to tell if it's a boy or a girl that early on. So even if she did have the first sonogram on June the 10th, she would not have known that it was a girl until at least a month later. A month and a half, right?
I think you got to be at least 12 weeks.
Let me just read to make sure that I'm not reading too much into this. Regardless, everything that my mother and I went through, what she did to her, what I did to her, later today when I see my baby on this doctor's monitor, I will wish that my mom was there. Maybe this means she is June 10th is no longer has to mark an ending, but a beginning. She doesn't specifically say that she found out she was having a girl on that day, just that she went to have the first sonogram. And it's been a very, very long time since I've been pregnant, so I don't know if you are able to get sonograms at 6 weeks along, but if somebody who has recently been pregnant knows, please let me know if that's a possibility.
Right, because it's been a long time for me.
I mean, my daughter's 17. I haven't been pregnant in 17 years, so.
Yeah, me either. My youngest daughter is 17, so I'm right there with you.
My girls would have been 15 by now.
But
you can't do a sneak peek blood test at 8 weeks at home.
But Patty, if that's the blood test, does that tell you if you're having a girl, or is that a sonogram? Is that a sonogram? Because she's saying it was a sonogram.
Right. What can you see at 6 weeks? A blob.
Miss Anonymous says it's been 9 years and it's too soon. So no, you're not allowed to get a sonogram that early, right?
Oh shit.
Don't nobody make a video about this, because I'm going to make a video about it tomorrow. Okay, so Pendy Cargill says that she's currently pregnant and didn't get her first ultrasound until 12 weeks. She could have paid for one, but it wouldn't have shown much. Okay, so no sonogram, only blood.
Come on, Blue. Yeah, right. Too fast, nigga, too fast. Blue, slow down. Chill out. Calm down. What are you getting ready to go do?
Let's take a shower.
Oh, okay. I thought you.
Okay, so Overprotected on YouTube is saying that the first sex determination is around 4 months. But my question is even without the sex determination, let's leave that part out of it. Are you able to get a sonogram, just a sonogram, just period? It doesn't have to be showing anything, just having your first sonogram. Can you have that at 6 weeks?
Yes, somebody sent her a sonogram.
Hey, doll.
Hey, girl.
Hey, you can have an internal probe at 9 weeks. Okay? You can have that done. You can have blood work done as soon as 6 weeks. Your first ultrasound will not be done in.
I think your phone's messing up.
All we heard was your first ultrasound will not be done.
Brokenhearted, you might have to go out and come back in.
Did you hear me?
I didn't. You were breaking up. Slim says she had her first ultrasound at 6 weeks.
You can with the probe. That goes internally into you. It's
Okay.
Long. No.
Okay.
No. Not at all. It's just a long probe that they put in just to see if you are pregnant. Okay? And they just, and the little nugget is just going to look like a little itty bitty peanut. That's all it's going to look like. That's it.
Okay.
Then they're going to say, come back to us, and we're going to have you come back every month after that. Then your first ultrasound is probably that 4 weeks later. You're not going to see anything. I mean, there's nothing really to detect, but you can have one 4 weeks.
Okay, let me just read the rest of the chapter. Because all she's saying is that when the OBGYN's office called to schedule my first sonogram where Ken and I would see our baby for the first time and hear the precious heartbeat, they suggested we do it on Monday, June 10th. And yes, Monday, June 10th was a Monday. That is correct. But with this video where Akara is talking, Akara is saying that the first sonogram didn't happen until July the 10th, which July the 10th was a Wednesday.
So, brokenhearted, how far along in the pregnancy do you have to be before you can tell what the gender of the baby is? Nowadays.
Okay. To tell now, we can find the determination as soon as you can be 9 days late, and we can tell within 15 days out of pregnancy for you to have a determination that you're pregnant, but 4 weeks out to have a gender by blood. That's how sophisticated things are now. We did not have that when I had my child, my first one, 34 years ago, and my youngest one. We didn't have that back in the day.
not even 17 years ago, because 17 years ago when I had my youngest daughter, I think I was 20 weeks along before they let me know the gender.
Right. Me as well.
Correct. We have
Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Same, I was like 19, 20 weeks along.
we have come so far along. It is incredible. We have gone from 1D to 2D to 3D to now 4D, to where you can basically see what your baby looks like.
So my last daughter, I had my first ultrasound at 6 weeks, 3 days.
Okay.
And it's just a heartbeat, though. It's not, you can't see anything on it. It's just a heartbeat. That was just to find out I was pregnant. We weren't able to find out the gender through blood until 9 weeks when I took the test, and even that wasn't 100% positive.
So I'm wondering if this story is credible. That was my whole reasoning for going into this. Is this credible, or could this have been another lie?
If you place the timeline, remember she got out in December. Ryan's been on lives telling everybody they were actively pursuing pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Then she left at the end of January, beginning of February, filed for divorce, was on Lifetime stating, "Oh my gosh, I think I'm pregnant."
When was that Lifetime episode aired?
Mid-February to March. Then her and Mia said, "Oh, we'll go get Plan B." We don't even know if she actually took the pill.
Right.
Remember, they just went CVS, possibly got it. But you just remember her doing the cup or the drink. But you don't know if she actually took it. Y'all, she's getting skinnier. She had a nose job. No doctor ethically is supposed to do any type of medical treatment on you.
Wait a second.
Pregnant. Yes, ma'am.
So the Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup from Lifetime, showing that she was pregnant, aired on July the 26th.
Okay.
So I think July 10th is the more accurate timeline rather than June the 10th.
Okay. So she's already further along than what everybody's thinking. I want to say she's going to be popping anytime right now instead of later, if she hasn't already. I think so too.
Because she's lost weight, and even with some of the recent pictures that we've seen recently, okay, when she did the vial file, when she was sitting down and pulling that mic to her, you can see a crease in her belly. Pregnant bellies, they do not crease like that.
I agree. Her face is thinner.
Yep.
What does Dr. Google say, Moxie? I want Dr. Google.
I agree. Yeah, she even going to court just a couple of weeks ago. She looked smaller.
Mm-hmm.
She had a bump behind her back compared to the front. I mean, and then she looked flat from the front coming out compared to going in.
Mm-hmm.
Maya's nervous. Am I wrong?
I agree.
Okay. But of course, Ryan wasn't there.
No, Ryan didn't go.
I found the video where Akira's talking about, could she be 4 weeks further along?
Could Gypsy get a nose job if she was pregnant? Because I'm trying to make the argument that I believe that she's at least 4 weeks farther along. And in both of my videos, I forgot about that damn nose drop. And then finally, I was kind of going through the comments, and then I remembered, look, I need to take into factor this damn nose drop. The stuff's been right in front of us the whole time. She would have, her fertile window, I hate saying that, but that's just what it is. Her fertile window would have been it was like the 30th, the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd of April. She would have conceived if, we're going by the same cycle, blah, blah, blah. She would have conceived on the 4th. She had the nose job on the 5th. Let's get into April's cycle start. Last period would have been March the 18th. Ovulation date would have been April the 4th. Conception date would have been April the 4th. And Gypsy's fertile window would have been March 30th, the 31st, 1st, April 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. And she was with Ken the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, possibly the 4th. By the calculation, she would have conceived either the day before, the day of, or the day after the nose job. This is why she took the pregnancy test, and it was negative when she got that nose job. My last videos, I've been more focused on all these other details to try to make my case that I'd forgotten in both videos about that damn nose job. And then I'd make my videos, and they're like, well, how can she be pregnant if she didn't have, the nose job? And I'm like, well, how? This is damn nose job. And I finally just sat down for the first time to look at it. What about that damn nose job? And then I'll be damned. It's right there. All the evidence backs it up. So,
she's saying that it's possible that Gypsy could have gotten pregnant the day of, the day before, or the day after she had her nose job at the beginning of April. Well, Lifetime did not announce that she was pregnant until the end of July. So if she did get the sonogram on June the 10th and is 4 weeks further along than she's letting the world know, it's possible that she would have been far enough along to see the heartbeat and to see like something on the sonogram on June 10th if she had gotten pregnant on April the 4th. Because if she got pregnant on the 24th, she would have only been 6 weeks. But if she got pregnant 4 weeks earlier, she would have been 10 and a half weeks on June the 10th.
I follow, but
this case makes me wonder, is the baby Brian's or is it really Ken's?
And then Ken moved in May, and Ken knew that she was pregnant in May, so would have had to have already been at least a month pregnant if he moved in May. When did he move? Let's ask Dr. Google, because I think that they announced it to TMZ.
Wasn't it February? Because she snuck down to Louisiana or to her parents' house.
He moved
in February.
He moved at the beginning of June. Wait. It's showing June. You're right, Miss Anonymous. I remember seeing that video. I remember vividly seeing that video where she said that he moved in May. And at that point, she would have only been a month along. But if she didn't get pregnant until the end of April, it would have been like literally the very next week.
Yeah, but the end of April still brings you to February.
Well, I'm not trying to dispute when she got pregnant. That's not really what I'm worried about. My concern was whether or not she was lying about the sonogram.
Yeah. And you did a wonderful job. You absolutely blew that out of the water.
Right. It's sad that people have to question what she's even saying, but because she has lied so much, she's unable to be trusted.
Yeah, like every time opens her mouth, it's a lie.
Just remember, she went down to her parents' house in February, and she met up with Ken at that time. He did go to Christy and Rod's house.
You guys, I blocked that Christian conspiracy theorist person.
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't have time for people to talk shit about what it is we're having a conversation about. If they really cared about being a Christian, that they would understand that lying affects more than just the people that she's lying to. When you lie, it affects everyone who knows about the lie.
Yep.
So when she lies and tells a story about going and seeing a sonogram on July the 10th, she is lying to every single reader who picks up this book. She's lying to every single person and lying about the doctor's offices. She's lying. It affects more than just her. So if they don't like that, then they can certainly go somewhere else. It could have been possible that she got pregnant right as the nose job, like literally right as she was getting the nose job. Even though Lifetime didn't necessarily show that her and Ken were together at that point, it's possible that they were, and they were just not, he was just not there during film days, because you have to understand that when you're filming a reality TV show, the cameras aren't around you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. They come and film at a scheduled time. So what you do before filming and what you do after filming is not going to be on during filming. So it's very possible that he was visiting with her while the camera crews were not around.
Did anyone else see the clip where she was saying that when Lifetime did the photo shoot of her with the white dress and them announcing the baby, she wasn't pregnant?
No.
I'll have to try to see if I can find it again. But yeah, I was floored by that, because how are y'all gonna do that and her not even know that she's pregnant at the time?
Elisha, that's what we were saying, that that Nina posted on her page that Gypsy, or that Ken moved in May, but when I just Googled it, it shows June the 3rd, but this could be wrong. I think there was a TMZ interview showing that he moved in May. And exactly, Pat, we cannot let her rewrite history. Or Sandy, we cannot let her rewrite history. She can't just change how things happen because she wants to change how things happened. They happened when they happened. And now that everybody has access to the internet, we're going to make sure that she understands that she can't lie about it.
And isn't it amazing how in the book she remembers how old she was for this and that? But
oh, yeah.
In the interrogations, she claimed that she thought she was 19 years old.
Yeah, because
that's bull crap, but still.
Because remember, when I was reading in the book, she said that she got her period when she was 13. The year before they moved to Missouri. She knew she was 13.
Right.
With that white dress photo shoot, I didn't hear about that.
I'll have to find it. I'll have to go back through my like videos on TikTok and find it. but I remember it.
It's
Because
where
I
they're walking.
like how would that? Why would they do that if she wasn't pregnant?
Right.
It's where they're walking hand in hand, and they supposedly have the sonograms.
Oh,
Yeah.
those pictures are deleted, but let me see if I can find them on Reddit. She deleted all those pictures from her Instagram, but let's see if I can find it on her.
And if you're just a couple of weeks pregnant, she was showing as if she was 4 or 5 months pregnant.
Alicia KLC, did you see the clip that I'm talking about? Because you said, yes, she said Lifetime made it appear she was pregnant. I'm hoping that you know exactly what clip I'm talking about. Yes, the end of the show. Yes. Thank you, Alicia.
It's going to take a while to get through all these pictures and all these posts. There's so many in this Reddit. Uh-oh, I'm echoing.
Hang on. I'm sorry. I was trying to log into TikTok so I could try to find that clip that I was speaking about. But when I logged in from my tablet, it took me back to this. Yes, they had the same outfits as the sonogram pics. Yep.
Hey, Fluffy Muffin. Oh, Fluffy Muffin. The baby will get ignored if it interferes with her cell phone addiction. Are you serious? She'll be bottle propping and letting that baby sit in soiled diapers.
Oh, we already know that's going to happen. She's too selfish to put anybody else's needs first.
Yes, you're right. Overprotective. She said it was the weekend of Jazz Fest, and that weekend was the last week of June. I'm still here. I'm just looking. Oh, I need to get up and stretch my legs. Whoopsie. I'm going to take my dog out really quick. Let him use the bathroom while I scroll for this this photo.
would agree.
Y'all,
With
there
that
are so
comment.
many posts. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it tonight.
I don't think she's going to be able to keep the baby, though. Not with her crying.
Katie Joy said that CPS was going to be waiting at the hospital for her. I don't know how much I believe that, but that would be the best thing for that baby.
Yeah, I would agree. Just due to the nature of the crime, I don't think.
Bryson's Lab. So Bryce, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Bryson's Lab wrote, "Can I ask you guys a question? Am I the only one that thought that she gave the impression that she was infatuated with her dad and jealous of her mom for being with him?" Yes. That whole comment about how they only had SEX 3 times, that was weird in the book. Like, why did she need to make that comment about them only having SEX 3 times?
Very true. Well, I was only popping up to give you that feedback about how soon you can get a fetal heartbeat and the blood work and an ultrasound.
Thank you.
You are welcome. Continue dissecting the book. All right. I got to get to bed.
Okay, good night.
I'll talk to you later.
Good night. I'm
Bye,
getting ready to get off too in a minute.
No, oh, that chocolate looked good.
Ah!
I miss chocolate in my life.
All right.
Have fun.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I do think that she has an unnatural infatuation with her dad. It's weird.
Hold on, baby.
I also think that she had that same infatuation with her grandfather. And when her grandfather turned her down, somewhere in her mind, it upset her.
I do too, because her granddaddy said that she was grabbing at him.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that.
I do too.
No, you're not the only one. I think there are a lot of people that have read this book and think that she's over-sexualized pretty much everything. I know, Nina. I'm so glad that you brought that up. So Nina says, how about her telling everyone that Nicolette's mom wanted to abort her? That was wrong of her. Like,
Right.
especially since she doesn't even know if that story is true.
Right.
Like, she doesn't know if that's true, if her mom was just saying it because she was mad that there was another woman pregnant when Gypsy was pregnant, or when Dee Dee was pregnant with Gypsy. Like, there's no evidence that this story actually even happened. And for her to say that in a book about her own sister is disgusting. I think that Nicolette doesn't want to have anything to do with her, and I think that it makes Gypsy mad, and I think that that's the reason why she said that. I think that she's jealous that Nicolette has a family and a son and has everything that she doesn't.
I think she's jealous of Mia because of that too.
Mm-hmm. Both of them.
Yep.
Because they both grew up healthy.
Yep.
And were able to live the kind of life that Gypsy wanted to live when she was sick in a wheelchair.
Yep.
I really want to know, like, I've got to figure out a way to get in touch with Raina, and I've got to figure out a way to get in touch with Nicolette. I'd like to hear what Nicolette has to say about this comment.
I'm sure she's on Ken's Instagram.
Let me see if I can find Ken. Because a lot of them have me blocked. Mia I wasn't blocked on Mia's page until yesterday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
See, I have Gypsy blocked. I blocked her as soon as she came out of prison because I did not want her profiting off me. But on Instagram, I made a page just to be able to look on there and see what all she's posting and whatnot that isn't affiliated with my name.
Okay, so would I go under following?
Yeah, following or followers.
I think I found her. Oh, you have to request. And only he can see his followers. Okay. It says Raina Williams.
I think that's her.
Nicolette has a son and she's married. Okay, I think I found her on Facebook too. I don't think. Damn, she's got requests on for everything.
Probably had to when Ken hooked up with Gypsy.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Okay, well let's see if she answers my request. Who knows if she will or not.
Right? You know better, Nala. No, ma'am. You know better. Sniffing at my trash can. That'll get you a bop in the nose, girl.
It looked like she wanted him to kiss her. It was weird. When Gypsy was dancing with her dad on New Year's Eve.
I haven't even seen that.
In the show. It's in the Love After Lockup or whatever it is.
Yeah, I don't watch that show. I'm not fixing to help promote that girl at all.
Me either. All right, you guys. Well, let me get off here so I can go to bed. But it was so nice catching up and chatting. So hold on just 1 second before we get off. I had decided that. Oops. This is really loud. Hold on. So we were talking about doing 2 different books. The book about Jeanette McCurdy, I'm Glad My Mother Died. And then I found a book about daughters of narcissistic mothers called Will I Ever Be Good Enough? And I thought that we could actually do that book next because a lot of the people who follow me are daughters of narcissistic mothers like myself. So I figured that that would be a good follow-up to Gypsy's book and to kind of help people see and understand how the narcissist mind works and why we're all so concerned about her having a daughter.
When are you going to do that book?
I'm probably not going to start that book until the new year because everybody's got like family plans from now until New Year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That sounds like a good book that I would want to listen to.
Yeah, I thought that you would. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people that I think would actually benefit from reading that book because I have a lot of people on my page who have narcissistic mothers and fathers.
Yeah, I started following you for the narcissistic stuff that you was posting.
Yeah. And then I try to correlate it to Gypsy and how it's going to affect her own child because she's a narcissist.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
And having a narcissistic mother, I know like what her child is going to suffer and endure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So I am planning on starting that book probably New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I don't go out for New Year's Eve, so like sitting at home reading a book with you all will probably be like the highlight of my evening. That's perfectly fine for me. But if you guys I was either thinking we could start New Year's Eve at 7 p.m. or New Year's Day at 7 p.m. But I'm leaning more towards New Year's Eve because I don't go out and do anything.
I don't either. I stay at home all the time.
Yeah. Ooh, Christine, that's a great idea. I don't even know how I could get memberships going, but I can try to figure it out. And I will make an announcement before I decide on when to do this book.
Yes, please do.
This book, hold on. So we're the 22nd right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that would put us 8 days away until the start of that book. Maybe I could start it sooner.
Whenever you do, just let us know.
Yeah, maybe I can start it sooner. And then after that, I was thinking about doing Jeanette McCurdy's book, I'm Glad My Mother Died, because I know she was also a daughter of a narcissistic mother. And then Sherry Frankie's book, because she was also a daughter of a narcissistic mother. So I'm going to kind of lean towards that pattern moving forward.
Yeah.
To kind of help everyone understand and open their eyes to how to spot narcissistic traits, how to create boundaries against people who have, narcissistic traits, how to end relationships with a narcissist, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let me go and I guess I'll try to do a poll or something on TikTok to see if everybody wants to start on New Year's Eve or try to start before.
Okay.
All right.
Good
Bye.
night.
Thank you, Bryson Slap, for being here. I know, Christine, it's wild. So you were saying something about memberships. Have you seen anybody that has a membership that you can kind of guide me towards so that I can look up what a membership would all include? Because I've never seen anything like that, so I don't know how that would go. Oh, wow. I didn't know about that. How sad. So, right when the baby is born, if it does have the deletion, she'll have to have a feeding tube right away. That's so sad. Almost everybody has memberships. Maybe I do then. Maybe I do have a membership. Let me look at my on YouTube. Mm, I'll have to look at it tomorrow. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I've seen that somewhere. I think that's right. Okay, I'll look that up tomorrow to make sure that it's turned on. Alexa off. Chapters 7 through 12 is probably going to be in the live stream section because there were a couple of times where I uploaded the video after the like I was on live on my phone and it didn't upload live directly to YouTube. It didn't stream it like that. So I had to upload it after the fact. So it might be in the uploads or in the streamed. Yes, Buffy, please help me figure out, or I would love to help you figure out how you're not able to see the video or hear what's going on. So Gigi, I think let me look. They're all in the playlist under the Gypsy Rose playlist. Every single one of them is in the playlist. So all you have to do, Gigi, is go to my Gypsy Rose playlist and you'll be able to scroll all the way down to the very, very bottom of the playlist. And it's going to show you all of the videos, all of the live readings in order, starting from chapter 1 all the way to the end. And most of the photos look like that red picture. Can you see those? The newer ones have my name, but then the old ones have Gypsy's face, my face, and then Gypsy's face. But I kept with the same pattern so they would be easy to spot. You found the ultrasound? Where can I find that, Miss Anonymous? Can you email it to me? If so, let me give you my email. Yeah, I was looking for it on Reddit and I couldn't find it, but I didn't do like a search or anything because I was trying to keep up with you all here in the live. I'm excited about the next book that we're going to start. Okay, well, I'm going to get going. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Very small for how long she was. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Have I read? I've not read that book. What's it about? Let me look it up. It's a book. I'm finding a movie. Oh, Buffy, don't talk about yourself like that. Thank you, Miss Anonymous. This one? Okay, yeah, I was pulling the movie up. No, I haven't read that book. But once we started the book club with obviously Gypsy's book, My Time to Scam. But I have 3 books already planned. So we're going to do the Am I Ever Going to Be Good Enough? We're going to do that one next. Then we're going to do Jeanette McCurdy's I'm Glad My Mother Died. And then when Sherry Frankie's book comes out, we're going to do that book. So if there are any books that you want to like add, we can definitely like keep a running tally of book recommendations that everybody has so that we can add more and more books to the list. I do have HBO. Sherry's Frankie book is going to be very good. I'm excited to read that one. Watch The Second Juror. Okay. All right, but let me get out of here. It was so good chatting with you all. I quit taking those a long time ago. I couldn't wake up. I have a problem where I already have issues getting up as it is. And with Xanax, I could not get up. I could not wake up. I was just like wanted to stay asleep. Oh, I gotcha. Christine, did you send me the video or the picture? Either way, I was really curious to see if she was lying even about that. So, all right, let me go. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.